What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Jake Bully Silly Man, aka Mr. Take It Easy for you in the life easy. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. Everything you need about your boy Jay is in the description down below. Clint Capella is expected to leave the Atlanta Hawks in free agency. You know what I'm saying? So we got 4 disturbing, true, scary stories. You know what I mean? Like I said, if y'all do want to go watch all my scary reactions, bro, it is in the playlist section. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, you feel me? So, you know, Mr. Nightmare has been on a freaking run right now. You know what I mean? Honestly, Mr. Nightmare has been on a run. Been very consistent as of late. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, shout out to Mr. Nightmare, man, for giving me these bangers. I've been reacting to Mr. Nightmare, bro, since I started. Not since I started YouTube, bro, but ever since, like, what, 2022, bro? 2023, man, I've been reacting to this man for a minute, bro. So, shout out to Mr. Nightmare, fan, Mr. I'm getting tongue-tied and all that, man. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare, man. You know what I mean? For being consistent, man. Still dropping bangers. People ask me, bro, you know what I'm saying, why I don't react to Mr. Ballin'. You know, I don't know. Like I said, Mr. Ballin', I just be looking at him, man. I don't know. It's like just looking at him. You know, I don't want to look at nobody tell a story. I just kind of want to visualize the story or see what's going on. I don't just want to look at somebody telling the story. You know, I don't want my brain be doing too much work, man, reacting to Mr. Ballin', man. Thumbnail time. Gotta get the thumbnail in there, man. Gots to get the thumbnail, you know what I mean? Get dick.
I had spent a few days in Austin visiting friends.
Yeah, that's where I want to live at, right here, man. Junk beautiful, man, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know the world is surrounded by water, right? You know what I mean? It's just, things be going through my mind, right? I think real weird, you know what I mean, when it comes to the earth. How did they build these bridges over the water, right? You know what I'm saying? How did these get up? You know, it's just, I don't know, man. I just be thinking, man, how did folks build, like, you know, I don't know, man. I just be crazy.
I live in Louisiana, so it's sort of an all-day drive. On my last day in Austin, my old friend Tom had commented on my Instagram story after I leave, and I said today. He told me he lived an hour outside of Austin, which was actually in the direction home for me. I hadn't seen Tom in years, and it would be nice to catch up. He said I should stop by, and I said, sure, why not?
Never be friends with a dude named Tom.
He asked for Tom's address, and it said about an hour-and-a-half drive. Tom and I had been friends back in high school, but lost touch after graduation. We followed each other on social media, but hadn't really spoken in years.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't follow nobody I went to high school with. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I haven't followed nobody out. Like, I don't follow nobody I went to high school with, bro. Honestly, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, literally.
When I pulled up, I noticed his house was a little old-fashioned. It wasn't run down or anything, just aged. The wooden porch creaked under my steps, and when he opened the door, I caught the scent of old wood and something rustic, like an old cabin in the woods. Tom was, of course, very welcoming, giving me a big hug and pulling me inside. Some friendships stay just as pure no matter how much time passes.
That's right, that's right.
The inside of the house was just as old as the outside. The furniture looked like it had been around since the 70s, and every step I took on the hardwood floors led out a small creek. It felt kind of Texas, I guess. It was kind of charming in a way, like stepping back in time. We sat down in his living room, catching up on life, drinking whiskey. It was like 5 p.m. by this point. 1 drink turned into 2, 2 into 3, and before I knew it, I was pretty drunk. The warmth of the alcohol made the room feel smaller, cozier, but also heavier. Hours passed like minutes, honestly.
So let me get this straight. You haven't talked to Tom ever since y'all graduated, right? You haven't talked to Tom ever since y'all graduated, and then one day he just hit you up, you know, telling you to come over, and you just go over? You know what I'm saying? You haven't talked to this man ever since y'all left high school, bro? You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is, man, some things is not meant to be rekindled, right? You know what I mean? And that's why I be trying to tell you know, people that's in high school. If you're in high school, bro, this is just this is the cold facts, right? When you're in high school, bro, none of the friends you have right now, y'all not gonna be friends after high school. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? You probably looking like, bro, stop lying. I'm going to college and all that. Oh, all right, bro. You gonna see what I'm talking about. I promise you, bro. Once you graduate, bro, you're not gonna see none of them people again in your life. You're not gonna see none of them again in your life. And this is a dude that's been graduated for 5 years. I promise you, bro. I don't talk to nobody from high school. Nobody other than Keon and, you know, my homies. You know what I'm saying? You know, that right there, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? That, I was just lucky. I ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? Quan, Keon, DJ, and, you know, we all went to the same school, you know what I'm saying? But, nigga, we wasn't even talking after, like when I graduated, we wasn't even talking right there. We just, you know, nigga, how did we start talking? I think, nigga, how did me and Keon get back in touch? Because that, nigga, we was close in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's that after we graduated, you know, we was still keeping in touch, but we lost out of touch, and then, I don't know how the freak me and that nigga started back talking again. You know what I'm saying? I think it was on the game or something. How the freak did me and that midget start talking again? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. And now I start reconnecting with Quan and, you know what I mean, DJ and them, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, though, shoot, nigga, I just got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. But I'm telling you, most of the times, bro, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. You know, I know a lot of people can't agree to this testimony, bro. Once you graduate, bro, that's why I try to tell y'all, man. Do not be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to leave high school. All right, now. All right, now, brother. You know what I'm saying? My words of advice to you, bro. Bro, enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. For everybody, I wish somebody would have sat down and told me this. Enjoy high school, bro. You in 9th grade, bro, enjoy it. You in middle school, enjoy it, bro. You don't want to get grown, bro, I'm telling you. You don't want this grown life, bro. You don't want these problems. you don't want these problems. It's crazy how my dad, and the thing is, after I tell y'all this, you still not going to listen. You're going to be just like I was, being a jackass, bro. Being a jackass little nigga, man. Don't think you know it, everything. Now, I want to be grown, all right? You going to remember what I said. Dang, I remember when Jay told me, man, just to enjoy the childhood, man. I remember when that nigga tried to warn me. Oh, shoot. You going to remember what I said. You probably won't listen now, but you going to remember later down the road.
We were having such a good time catching up.
Dang, I wish I would have listened, man. I wish I would have listened, man.
Hey, man, you got a long drive back. Why don't you crash here for the night?
Oh, heck,
he offered. I hesitated, but he was right. I wasn't in any shape to be on the road. I said, yeah, good idea, and asked if I'd take the couch we were on. And then he said, nah, I got a spare room. It's nothing fancy, but it's better than the couch. That was good enough for me. We ate some Chinese food that we had delivered, and after a while, he led me down a short hallway to the spare bedroom. I didn't pay much attention to the inside of the room because I was hammered. We both were. But I remember the air in the room was still, like the room hadn't been used in a long time. I barely had time to register my surroundings before I collapsed onto the bed, completely exhausted and drunk. Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke up. My mouth was dry, my head was spinning, and the room was dark, except for a little bit of moonlight sneaking in through the blinds. That's when I saw it. In the far corner of the room, on the closet door, there was something hanging. At first, it looked like a long black trench coat on a coat rack, but as my eyes adjusted, the shape of it felt wrong. It had a broad upper portion, almost like shoulders, and the way it hung made it look less like fabric and more like a silhouette. My heart pounded in my chest. I didn't remember seeing that when I stumbled into the bed, but I had been drunk. Maybe I just hadn't noticed. I rolled over, trying to ignore it. It was just a coat, nothing more, but I couldn't help myself. I peeked again, still there. I squeezed my eyes shut, took a deep breath, and forced myself to sleep. I don't know how long I was out there before I woke up again. It wasn't just discomfort that pulled me from sleep. It was sound. A slow, soft creaking, like someone stepping carefully on an old wooden floor.
Tommy.
My eyes shot open. The room was dimly lit now, dawn creeping through the blinds. I turned my head toward the corner, and my stomach dropped. The coat was gone. I sat up so fast that my head spun. My body was buzzing with a sickening mix of fear and leftover alcohol. I scanned the room, my heart thudding against my ribs. There was nothing in the corner, just an empty closet door. I threw the covers off and rushed to Tom's room. He was snoring, completely unaware of the panic storming through me.
Oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was Tom. So whole time it ain't Tom. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was Tom. So Tom ain't on no weird-ish. You know what I mean? Tom really was just, you know what I'm saying, on some. So the thing is, it's somebody else in the crib. You know what I mean? So Tom chilling.
Tom's room.
I'm thinking Tom in your room. I'm thinking Tom gonna be on some weird-ish.
He was snoring, completely unaware of the panic storming through me. I shook him awake, which took a lot of effort considering he was out from all that alcohol. He finally woke up very confused, rubbing his eyes. "The coat," I said breathlessly. "The one on the coat rack in the spare room." He squinted at me, confused. "What coat?" he said. "The black trench coat, the one that was hanging on the closet door. It looked like a person almost." Tom sat up, looking more awake now. "I don't own a trench coat, man. I don't even have a coat rack in that room," he said.
The freak?
I stared at him, waiting for him to say he was messing with me.
Nigga probably be on some. Well, some of y'all don't need to get drunk, man. Nigga say he ain't got a coat rack in the room. Know what I'm saying? Nigga tweaking. Nigga off the dopey dog. You know what I'm saying? Nigga tweaking out. Nigga psyching out right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a lot of y'all niggas don't need to get drunk. Niggas don't even know how to handle their drunkenness, man. Nigga talking about he seen the coat rack, man. I seen the coat rack, man. I seen the nigga. Look, I seen the coat rack, man. I seen the coat hanging up, man. Look like some person was just standing on me, man. I see some shoulders and everything, man.
I stared at
Nigga
him.
Tom looking at, bro, I don't have no coat rack, bro. What the freak? Who the freak did I rekindle with? You know what I'm saying? You're not the same person from high school. Get out of my house. You know what I'm saying? Straight up would have kicked you straight out of my house, man. Look, I don't need that type of energy. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't hearing about no coat racks. I wasn't hearing about none of that demonic ish until you step foot in my freaking door. You know what I mean? So I don't know what type of spirits you carrying with you, but you gotta get the heck out of my house.
"Coat man, I don't even have a coat rack in that room," he said. I stared at him, waiting for him to say he was messing with me, that this was some kind of joke, but his expression stayed serious. "Come look," I said. He sighed, but got up and followed me back to the spare bedroom. I pointed to the exact spot. "It was right there," I said. Tom scratched his head. He asked me if I was sure I wasn't just dreaming, but I said I know what I saw. I insisted, with my voice shaking slightly. "I woke up and it was there. Then I woke up again and it was gone," I said. We stood in the room for a few moments, both of us feeling the same eerie silence pressing in on us. Tom finally exhaled and shook his head, agreeing we should check the house just in case. We searched every room, every closet, every corner. Nothing. No signs of forced entry, no weird coats hanging anywhere, nothing that could explain what I saw. Eventually, Tom tried to convince me that maybe I had been in some kind of half-dream state, seeing things that weren't there. I wanted to believe that, really. I didn't want to think about the alternative. As soon as the sun was fully up, I grabbed my stuff, said goodbye, and hit the road. I almost felt guilty leaving him alone after that. The whole drive back to Louisiana, my mind kept circling back to that moment, waking up to that coat-like figure staring at me from the corner, the way it was just gone in the morning.
And bro probably just nigga freaking house probably just hunted or something, you know what I mean? Just keeping it real with you, probably just nigga probably had some paranormal experience or something, because if y'all freaking searched the whole house, bro, search every corner like you said you did, you know what I'm saying? No sign of forced entry, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you had a paranormal experience, but that happens, bro, when you get drunk. You know what I mean? Honestly, you start seeing things and all that, bro. I've never been drunk, but, you know, you getting high and you getting drunk, bro. You know, it's people that psyched out. It's some people that can't handle being drunk, bro. It's some people that can't handle the weed, handle the gas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever been around somebody, bro, that start tripping when he high, when she high, and start overly tripping? Some people can't handle that type of high, bro. Some people can't handle that type of drunkenness.
Maybe Tom played a cruel prank on me, but to this day he's never admitted to anything, so I doubt that. Or maybe, just maybe, there had been someone in that house watching me sleep, and they decided to leave before the morning came.
I mean, you know what you seen, though, at the end of the day, bro. I ain't finna let nobody tell me what the freak I didn't see. I know what the freak I seen.
This happened to me when I was 18 years old. I was on a trip with my parents and a friend of mine, whom we can call Anna. The story takes place in Sweden when we were on a road trip. My parents, Anna, and I were going on a domestic trip, and we had an 8-hour drive from home.
See, this is what I like right here, y'all. I like this type of scenery. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like right here. This type of scenery, bro. I'm a country boy. I try to tell y'all, bro, straight from Alabama, bro. So y'all know, bro, this is what I grew up in. I ain't grew up in no city. You know what I mean? So this type of scenery, bro, I just like being ducked off. I don't like the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, when I went to my D group, bro, I had to go to Midtown Atlanta, bro. I had to go to Midtown, bro, last Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't last Thursday. It was this Thursday passing. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Midtown, bro, I hated that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I liked it, but I hated that at the same time, bro. That city life
visit a
for
theme
me, bro.
park and stay at a campsite.
I don't like that city life, bro.
The day came and we arrived in the city where the theme park was located.
Straight country.
We planned to visit it the next day, so we needed a place to sleep. Since we had brought tents in our car, my dad searched online for a nearby campsite. He found one that seemed good and close by, so he called the campsite. Unfortunately, that day coincided with a big soccer tournament, and the campsite was fully booked. Since we hadn't reserved a spot in advance, there was no space left for us. My dad called around, but we couldn't find any campsites that were reasonably priced and near the theme park. Our only option was to find a camping spot in nature.
Niggas camping.
We set the GPS to the nearest parking area in a
Shocker!
forest to avoid parking fines. Eventually, we found a spot in a nature reserve. When we arrived, there were some people around, so we asked if it was okay to set up our tents there and whether it was a good place to stay. A woman who was hiking told us it was a good place to sleep and that there were no parking attendants. Based on that, we decided to sleep in a small, lonely gravel parking lot. We were surrounded by forest, and a 10-minute walk away was a beach. At first, we considered setting up our tents on the beach, but something told me it would be better to camp in the parking lot. As we got out of the car to set up our shelter for the night, I noticed a lone car parked further away in the lot. It looked like it was in bad condition, and there was no one inside. I found it strange because it was already evening, so there were no more people at the beach or hiking in the woods. However, I didn't think too much about it at the time. I helped my parents set up our tents. They were sleeping in one tent, while Anna and I shared the other.
I don't give a damn about none of that, bro. I'm on that car, bro. I don't care about none of that. I'm looking directly at that car. Something off, bro. We're going to have to go to that car. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to go seeing what's up with that car, bro. Because for me being me, I'm sorry, bro. I'm paranoid, bro. I'm a paranoid young nigga. You know what I mean? So I see something off, bro. I ain't going to lie. I got to go over there and check that car out, bro. With the 40 in my hand. You know what I mean? With the Nina in my hand, of course. Of course, I ain't going over there alone. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? My brother, my sister, and I'm camping with, which I'll never go camping, but I'm saying if I was camping, hey. What's that call for them, man? You know what I mean? Let's go check it out right quick. You know what I mean? Got Nina in my hand. My brother got Nina. I got Nina. Better go check that car out, man. You know what I'm saying? Making sure there's nobody inside. Making sure nobody watching us. You know what I mean? Because if I don't go check that car out, bro, me being as high I am, bro, I'm going to feel like somebody watching us, bro. And I can't camp in peace. And I can't have fun in peace if I feel like somebody is watching me. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to check that car out immediately. I say immediately.
Both tents placed close together. After struggling to build them, we finally finished. Anna and I made our tent cozy, watched YouTube, and ate snacks. By this time, it was around 11 p.m. We wanted to sleep at a decent hour so we wouldn't be too tired the next day. After a while, around midnight, we decided to sleep. At this point, my parents were already asleep in their tent.
Dark
Anna and
heck
I were
outside,
scrolling through
what?
TikTok when we suddenly heard a metallic sound from the parking lot. It sounded like a shovel being thrown onto the gravel. We both jumped in fear and asked each other what it could be. Too scared to peek out of the tent window, we chose to stay silent and listen. The sound had come from the same direction as the abandoned car.
See?
We then heard what I assumed was a shovel being thrown into the car's trunk, followed by the trunk slamming shut. We sat in silence, our hearts pounding. Then we heard the car speed off as if someone were trying to get away quickly. I texted
had a
him
shovel?
from a nearby city, telling him where we were staying.
Nigga just killed the nigga. The nigga just killed the nigga, bro. Threw the shovel in the back of the trunk and sped off.
He replied, warning me that the beach nearby was known to be dangerous, with organized criminals often engaging in illegal activities there. We had no idea about this before. When I read my friend's message, I felt cold and deeply unsettled. About 10 minutes passed in silence after the car sped away. Anna and I had started to calm down a little when, out of nowhere, we heard the loudest, most blood-curdling scream from a man coming from the woods. We were absolutely horrified. I immediately texted my mom, telling her we just heard a loud scream. When she didn't respond, I called her phone to wake her up. She finally answered and said neither she nor my dad heard anything. She reassured me that it was probably nothing serious. But at that moment, I couldn't think of any normal reason for someone to scream like that.
Hey, man, all that, I can't stand that, bro. Probably nothing serious, man. Hey, bro. Hey, mom, I hear what you saying, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing serious to you, though. You know what I mean? It's very serious to me, bro. We out here, bro, in the dark, camping, bro. You know what I mean? Just heard a nigga, you know, with a shovel. You feel me? Put the shovel in the back of his truck and sped off very fast, bro. Just heard some eerie stuff going on outside, bro. Then I hear some screaming, bro. Hey, man, these some signs. These some warnings from God, bro. You know what I'm saying? You feeling some type of way. I told you, if you feeling some type of way, bro, man, look, man, you better just go off that feeling, bro. You know what I mean? If you feel like something's wrong, man, hey, man, something's wrong, man. Something's wrong. You trying to ignore it because why? You want to go camping? You know what I mean? You trying to ignore that gut feeling because you want to go camping. I want to camp tonight. You know what I mean? Don't care about the freaking truck. I don't care about the abandoned car. I don't care about the freaking screams in the wood. I just want to go camping. Type of jackasses that be dead the next day.
Anna and I crawled under the blankets, terrified, not knowing what was happening. Every minute felt like an hour. Even though it was midnight, we were too scared to sleep. Suddenly, everything became eerily silent. Then, my blood ran cold. I heard footsteps. Someone was walking around our tents, moving stealthily. Anna and I sat up, frozen in fear. I put my phone down so that its light wouldn't illuminate the tent. My heart was racing and I could hear my own pulse. There was no logical reason for anyone to be walking around our tents in the middle of the forest at this hour. The footsteps moved around our tent first, then toward my parents' tent, and then circled around our car, which was parked nearby. The person stopped and seemed to be looking at our tents. For a moment, there was complete silence. Then, I heard the same car from earlier returning. Its headlights lit up our tents, and Anna and I quickly laid down to avoid being seen. I gathered the courage to peek through the small tent window. I saw the car door slam shut before it sped off again. I felt a brief moment of relief when the person left. From my vantage point, I could see the road they had driven down. 5 minutes later, I saw another car approaching fast. It was a police car, racing in the same direction the other car had gone. Nothing else happened after that. Anna and I were still shaken, so we decided to sit in the locked car to feel safer. I stayed awake until around 5 a.m., keeping watch over the forest, while Anna eventually fell asleep beside me. After about an hour, we went back to our tent, and out of sheer exhaustion, finally fell asleep. We woke up around 9 a.m. completely drained. I told my mom everything that happened, and she revealed that she had also heard the footsteps, but when the person was near their tent, she had also heard heavy breathing, like the kind you hear in horror movies during a scary phone call. She had been terrified too. However, my dad had slept through the whole thing, so we had to tell him the story. Without hesitation, we immediately packed our things and the tents, eager to leave as soon as possible. None of us wanted to stay there any longer. Despite the terrifying night, we had a good time at the theme park later that day. However, that evening, I decided to research the forest where we had camped. What I found made my stomach drop.
Nigga say he gonna research the camp. Nigga, what the frick is you researching the camp for? I mean, this is what the frick I be talking about, bro. Nigga say he gonna freaking research the freaking camp. Y'all niggas be some stupid niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
I decided to research the
forest. That's why y'all niggas
where
be
we had
dying right
camped.
now, bro.
What I found made my stomach drop.
The explorers and
Just a short time before our visit, a man had been murdered there, stabbed to death due to gang-related debts.
Dang.
Even more disturbingly, 2 men had gone missing from that exact beach and had never been found. I couldn't stop thinking about it. What if the person walking around our tents was a dangerous individual, checking to see if there were any witnesses? What if we had been in serious danger without realizing it?
Not if you were.
Now I still think about that night. Who made that horrifying scream? And why was someone using a shovel in the middle of the night in a forest?
Take it about.
And the police.
Why are you asking like these questions that's very simple? Now, I mean, the police chasing after him, shovel, okay. Nigga stabbed the nigga must have killed the nigga, buried the nigga bottle. I said bottle. What the freaking talking about, bro? I hate when I be getting tongue-tied, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga buried the freaking body, bro. Simple as that, bro. You know what I mean? You were surrounded by murderers. You know what I mean? Exactly why I go camping right here, bro.
And why was someone using a shovel in the middle of the night in a forest? And the police, what exactly were they chasing? I guess I'll never know.
You know. You wanna act like you don't know. You know what a freak, like, you know what the freak was going on, gang. Trying to act stupid, but you know what the freak was going on. Stop acting stupid.
When I think about it, even though I was so young when it happened. 6 is around the age where a lot of my childhood memories start to become more clear. I have one sibling, my older brother Keith. Keith is 2 years older than me, so at the time he was 8. When I was 6, I had a strict bedtime, 8:30.
Hey, everybody got the 8:30, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody had the 8:30. I was 8:32. I ain't gonna count. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid, I was 8:30. Straight up. And you know me. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to sleep. You know, because like I said, my pops put straight belt to booty. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, I go over that bedtime. It's belt to booty any night. Any day, any night. Daytime, nighttime. He didn't care. He put straight belt to booty. You know what I mean? So even if I wasn't tired, I better force myself to go to sleep. I better force myself. I better not be on that Xbox 360. I better not be up when that nigga come in this room. I know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, nigga. 8:30, but that's the famous bedtime right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. 8:30. Promise you, my bedtime was 8:30 when I was a kid.
When I was 6, I had a strict bedtime, 8:30.
Better be home when the street lights come on.
Or our dad caught.
Better be home for dark.
Bedtime, we'd be in serious trouble. Our dad was always strict with us as kids. Honestly, I don't remember if this happened on a school night or not, but I woke up in the middle of the night to Keith shaking me awake.
Nah, it wasn't the street lights. You know what I'm saying? For me, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It was crazy how my little homeboy Reagan, bro, nigga stay. I used to hate that junk, bro. Being outside, bro. Being outside in my apartment, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? We used to be having crazy fun, bro, in Alabama, bro. Me, Reagan, Wolanski, and Joe. Those my 4 homies, bro. You know what I'm saying? We stayed in an apartment complex, bro. We used to be going through some freaking I'm talking about, bro. It was crazy back then, bro. Like early 2000s kids, bro. Y'all just know, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me, I ain't have a phone either. I ain't have a phone, bro, ever since I was in 9th grade, bro. You know what I mean? So, nigga, I'm outside until, nigga, I'm happy to go outside, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. These kids, my kid gonna experience that, bro, going outside. I ain't gonna lie. I don't say my kid ain't getting no phone, bro, until you in 9th, 10th grade, bro. I ain't gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, bro, I was outside till like 10 o'clock, bro, till like 8 o'clock. Telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, bro, we used to be riding bikes. Man, bro, if my parents knew what I was doing outside, bro, I would have had so many belted booties. Me and Reagan, bro, me and that white dude was so freaking bad, but we had bikes, bro. Y'all already know, if you had a bike, man, we going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad think I'm at Reagan's spot. My mom and dad think I'm like up the street right there, but the whole time, a nigga, nigga all the way down there, nigga in a whole other neighborhood. I'm talking about, I used to be freaking go home. That bike took me places, nigga. I'm talking about, I used to ride that bike. And you didn't know how to ride a bike as a kid, I felt sorry for you, nigga. I knew I had to learn how to ride a bike. I felt so left out, bro, when I didn't know how to ride a bike. I'm like, nigga, I gotta learn how to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate that junk, bro. I used to be having so much fun outside, bro. Nigga, Pop used to be like, you know what I'm saying? Be back home before dark. I used to hate that junk, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it had to be dark. The sun started going down, I already knew, man, I'm finna go home. I used to hate that junk, bro. And it's always, when we used to have fun, we used to be having fun too, bro. You know what I mean? Like, stuff you started kicking up. I told you we had this little big old tree house. You know what I mean? That was the spot for everybody in the neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight out, we used to be mad as heck by going inside, bro. Taking me a shower, bro. I used to be mad as heck now. And I used to hear niggas. I used to hear them outside too. While I'm inside, bro, I used to hear them outside having fun, but that used to make me so freaking mad, bro. Niggas still outside playing while I'm inside the crib.
Or not,
hate that junk,
I woke up in the middle of the night to Keith shaking me awake. Keith and I shared a big bedroom upstairs in the house. My parents' room was on the first
That
floor
was
of the
some
house.
days, boy. That was
I was
days,
confused
bro.
why Keith was waking me
Okay,
up
bro.
until he told me in a whisper to be quiet and listen. And I did listen, and I heard what he was talking about. It was our mom's voice calling for us downstairs, but it was in a very quiet, whisperish type of voice. I was going to get up to go answer our mom, but my brother told me not to. He said that he didn't think it was Mom. I told him to stop trying to scare me. I remember being so mad at him. He told me to go closer and listen, so I got up and went towards the bedroom door. Right outside of our bedroom door was the little hall that led to the bathroom and another bedroom that our grandma would sleep in whenever she'd sleep over. Directly to the right, when you leave our bedroom, was the stairway downstairs, which had a door as well. I put my ear up on the bedroom door, and I heard the voice clearer. It sounded like our mom's voice, calling our names. Keith, Mikey. I said to Keith, "That's Mom," and he said, "No, it's not." Somehow, as a 6-year-old, and as the little brother, I found myself being the one confident enough to open our bedroom door and then listen through the stairway door. But now, the voice stopped. I whispered to Keith that Mom walked away, and again he said, "That's not Mom." I kept telling him to shut up and that he was scaring me. I unlocked the stairway door and slowly pulled it open to avoid making noise, and when the door was open just enough, I peered through the opening. At the bottom of the stairs was clear as day the silhouette of a person, a woman, but right away I knew it was not our mom.
Holy
Whoever
crap.
it was, she saw me because she said, "Hi, sweetie, come down."
The freak?
Immediately, I shut the door and locked it and went back into our bedroom and locked that door as well. I started to cry, and Keith kept saying, "I told you." We both agreed to start screaming as loud as we could on 3 to wake our parents. So on 3, we started stomping on the floor and screaming as loud as we could. It didn't take long for our parents to barge up the stairs pounding on the locked door. At first, our dad was pissed about the door being locked, but as soon as we let them in, they saw that I had been crying and we were genuinely disturbed about something. They listened to us. My mom was particularly concerned after telling us she was not at the bottom of the stairs and she was not calling our names. She asked what the woman looked like, but all we could say was we couldn't tell. Meanwhile, I remember our dad running downstairs to, I guess, look around for the woman. After a bit, our mom kissed us goodnight again, and I'm pretty sure she told us to lock the doors, which was a first. I was too young to catch on, but it seemed as if our parents knew exactly who it could have been. Keith and I looked out the window when we heard the doorbell after a while, and we saw a police car outside. We wanted to go downstairs, but we stayed put. I remember we begged our parents to tell us who it was and what happened, but our parents would always say they didn't know. They would also say they're proud of us for not going downstairs. Personally, I think they did know who it was, and to save my brother and I from any kind of further trauma or fear, they just never told us.
Yeah, because how did he know your name? That's what I'm saying. How did she know your name? So it's obvious that she knew who the freak, you know what I mean, you were, you know what I mean? Or she knew your mom and dad, because how the freak that lady know your name?
Because the last time I saw my parents for dinner, I asked them about it, and they still shrugged it off as some random intruder, but that never explained how that woman knew our names.
Exactly. Probably a crazy family member, right? I'm saying, bro. I'm not one of them family members that try to get to know family. I'm one of the family members. If I don't know you, I don't know you. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I treat you just like a stranger. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I don't want to get to know no new family members, bro. I'm sorry. If I don't know you, I don't know you. That's how it is, bro. Blood, we got the same blood. I'm sorry. I don't know you yet. Know what I mean? I understand that. We got the same blood. Okay, cool. Blood is overrated. Know what I mean? It's so overrated, bro. Same blood, it happens, bro. It is what it is. But I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Because for me, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. For me, I don't really have a lot of family that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got family, you know. I got my mom's sister. She got a lot of sisters. I know all my aunties. I got some cousins I know. But I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like, I don't really have family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Straight, I really don't have, like, family for real. You know what I'm saying? So, keep it real with you, bro. I ain't really, really trying to know no new family members, bro. I used to hate when I was little. Jay, this is your cousin right here. You know what I mean? She used to change your diaper. I used to be looking like, what? Yeah, she used to change the diaper and everything. Watch your booty. I'm like, this stranger was changing my diaper and washing my booty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the freak? I used to hate when my mama tried to introduce me to people I didn't know. You know what I mean? And then the thing is, the people that she used to introduce me to knew me. Like, knew me like, hey, I'm like, who the frick is this? You know, how the freak you know me? Looking just like his daddy. I remember when he was this little, he used to always play and do this and do. I'm looking like, I don't know who the heck this is. Oh, I'm looking like, I don't know who the heck this is. She remember me doing this and doing that, but I don't remember you though. Who the freak is this lady talking to me? You said it's my cousin who? Cousin? I don't know this cousin. I don't know who the freak this is right here. I ain't trying to get to meet no new family members. If I don't know you, we just ain't gonna know each other. Go cap. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. If we don't know each other, we just don't know each other. I ain't gonna lie, it is what it is. I'm sorry, man. You know?
This happened when I was 16.
I'm just one of them type of niggas. I don't know y'all know you, G.
So I was at the mercy of my parents driving me around, or just walking if it was close. It was the weekend. My friend Haley was having some of our friends over since her parents weren't home.
I knew this fine girl named Haley though, but golly, boy, Haley was fine too, boy. She went to my high school, little fine, little light skinned girl. I was like, ain't Haley fine, man.
I'm on drove to her house. Haley lived close, about a 3-minute drive, and
Haley knew she was fine.
My mom was single at the time, and she also liked to go out too. So she told me that if she's out late, then to just walk or get a ride home, which meant she was going on a date. A few of our girlfriends were at Haley's house, Tina, Courtney, and Belle. The 5 of us hung out in her backyard for a few hours until some boys from our school unexpectedly showed up. By unexpectedly, I mean Haley didn't tell me she was inviting them. The reason I was annoyed by this was because one of the boys that showed up was a boy I had some annoying history with and didn't really want to see. Haley thought she was being cute and sneaky by inviting him there against my knowledge, because she for some reason wanted him and I to work things out. It was just an awkward mess. There were 4 boys and 5 girls, including me, so eventually, I just decided I wasn't really feeling it.
Hey, Haley weird, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna invite bro over when you knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you knowing, you feel me, they got some type of weird history. That's weird to me, you know what I'm saying? You said, did I talk to her? No, I ain't talked to her, you know what I'm saying? She was just, she wasn't really cool with my sister. I used to just see her around a lot, you know what I'm saying? I used to follow on IG. It was crazy that I went off on Haley, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when I seen Haley, I went off on Haley, though. You know what I'm saying? I had to unfollow Haley on Instagram and stuff like that. Haley was, I ain't never talked to Haley, though. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really had a convo with Haley, but she was just one of them fine girls that was just in school. Like, dang, that girl fine. You know what I'm saying? One of them fine girls. She was just fine as heck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
After a while, I left. I'm sure after I left that some of the others started to leave shortly after because it was already late, but I just didn't want to be around those boys.
You said, well, I mean, shoot, Haley, bro, you know, I remember like it was yesterday, bro, you know what I'm saying? She followed me on IG, you know what I'm saying? She followed me first. I followed her back. I like, dang, Haley just following me. She followed me and stuff like that. It was when Keon and Daenerys, I think Keon probably remember this, bro. I was driving in the van. He was in the car with me too. Shoot, I was driving, bro, and I was trying to turn. Then, you know what I mean? I don't know, Shawty started honking the horn. It was dark too, so I couldn't really see who was in the car. Man, I turned and I wasn't in the wrong. Shawty started honking the horn and all that, you know what I mean? So I got out the car, finna get on that. You know what I mean? Then I seen it with Haley, and I was like, man, too late. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, you know, I was going off on Haley. I knew it was her too, but I was like, man, I'm already going off. So I'm like, Haley, you gotta get it. I mean, I got back in my car, you know what I'm saying? Drove off. We were following each other. I could tell by the way she looked at me. She knew, like, hey, is this nigga? But I was like, man, Haley, I'm sorry. You got to get it, Haley. I'm sorry. We already into it. You know what I mean? So, drove home. I'm like, after that, I'm like, let me go and follow her because she going and follow me, bro. She not finna follow. She not finna stay following me and stuff like that. So I was like, man, let me just go and remove her. I'm the type of nigga. You know, I'm gonna remove you, bro. I ain't one of them type of niggas that unfollow you and keep you followed. No, I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna remove you. So I removed it, bro, and then that was it, bro. Hey, Haley, if you watching this, I'm sorry, though, kid. I ain't gonna cat to you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know that was you in that car. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, you know, we into it. You know, once we into it, we into it. So I want to know backing away from that, you know what I mean? But Haley, boy, you're fine as heck, though, Haley, you feel me? So if you ever want to rekindle, we can do that for sure. For sure.
Be sure to let Haley know how pissed off I was over texts as I was walking home, and she kept saying, OMG, come back. She apologized, and I forgave her. but I still just wanted to go home. I walked for like 5 minutes until I slowed down. I thought I heard footsteps behind me, and when I slowed down, I confirmed I heard footsteps that weren't mine. I turned around, and there was a middle-aged man with a hood up over his head and his hands in his hoodie pocket. He was smiling, looking at me, and said, "How you doing?" I responded, "Hi," and just turned and kept walking. We were in the suburbs. People are walking around. It's not unheard of, even if it was late. 5 minutes more passed of me walking, and every time I'd glance around, that man would still be behind me, more or less the same distance away, maybe a little closer each time I looked. It was not a straight path home. I'd have to make multiple turns onto intersecting roads to get to my house, and each turn I made, he was still there. I was texting my friends about it, and then the man from behind me said, "Isn't it such a nice night? Love this weather." I replied back, "Yeah," and that was it. I started walking just a bit faster, but not enough to draw suspicion like that I'm running away. The man spoke again, and every time he opened his mouth, part of me died a little more inside. Like, why was he talking to me? Why was he following me? He asked, "Are you from the neighborhood?" I replied, "No." I was making my answer short and firm. The man chuckled. I started asking all my friends for help.
I'm saying, bro, just go ahead and run, bro. The heck how you make him feel. I can feel however you want to make him feel. You know what I'm saying, bro? You better freaking take the freak off.
To come pick me up. Ironically, the boy who I was trying to avoid was on his way to come get me. I'll just nickname him Brandon. The man behind me then said something that changed everything. He said, "I'm not gonna hurt ya. You live by the elementary school, right?" I turned around, and he stopped in his tracks. He was still smiling, but now his smile seemed more disingenuous, more sinister. I screamed, "Leave me alone," and started to run. I heard the man running behind me, catching up to me. At that point, it was my life on the line, so I started screaming bloody murder. I started screaming, "Help me," for everyone in their houses to wake up and hear. The man dropped his nice guy facade and said, "Shut up, you little bitch." My screams definitely scared him off, because he obviously didn't want a bunch of witnesses about to come out of their houses. He ran away into the darkness, and I saw some lights in the houses around me turn on. One couple came out of their house, and I explained I almost got kidnapped. I stayed there in front of their house until Brandon arrived to pick me up. He drove me home. It was only like a
Story ain't over, bro. Story ain't over, bro. Nigga know where the freak you live, G.
Drive after that.
And nigga know where the freak you live, so this nigga been watching you, bro.
Mom wasn't home, she was out, and she wasn't answering my texts. I didn't want to be alone, so I invited Brandon in to stay the night. I know he was the happiest camper alive, but it didn't end there. We were up late just talking and reminiscing about old times when we both heard footsteps circling the house. My room in that house was upstairs facing the backyard. We heard the gate to the backyard opening. My mom would never enter through the backyard, so something was off. I held back from yelling out, "Mom," and instead, Brandon and I just looked out the window, watching. We didn't hear any more sounds. We were expecting to see someone walking around the yard, but instead, we both heard a man's voice say, "I see you up there." I let out a very audible gasp and I stepped away from the window. Brandon yelled out something along the lines of, "We're calling the cops, you pussy freak." That's exactly what we did. The fact that this man knew where I lived, he probably knew who I was. What if he knew I was going to Haley's house? Brandon did a lot of the talking on the phone with 911. Looking back, I know he tried really hard to be the man in the situation, and I appreciated that. I was honestly so happy he came inside. The cops showed up, and their presence just made me feel safer. Even just giving them a description of this man made me feel better, like at least something was done. My mom got home soon after, and she was just as freaked out as I was. They kept a police car parked on the block for a few hours as a deterrent, thankfully. From there on, I didn't do any walking at night. I was even scared to go into our backyard after that. My mom had to have her uncle come over and install an entire security camera system. He made no effort in hiding them. They were on full display to deter that creepy man and any other creep from coming to that house. I'm glad to say that the story ended there, because this incident also prompted my mom to sell that house about a year later, just because she hated seeing me living in constant fear in that house.
Yeah, word up, bro. We gotta get the freak on, bro. No?
I never found out who that man was.
Get the freak on. You know what I mean? It's straight up like that. You know what I mean? That's why I be saying, man, you know, nobody knows where I live.